Hi everybody, I'm Up-Arman Hezarkhani and this is Up. Up is an app that I developed on an Android platform for my term project for 15112 at Carnegie Mellon University. And so what is it? It's a coach. It's a mobile coach that coaches you on your running form in real time. And so I'm going to take you through the basic user interface now.
So this is the basic user experience. So you open up the app and there's a list of your past runs. As you can see, it's classified by date, time, and this is a scrollable list. So you can just go through that and see what runs you've already seen, you've already gone through. And if you click on those, it'll bring you to a summary page. But for now, we're just going to click on Start on the bottom. So this is if you're going out for a run and you want to coach yourself. You click Start.
So that brings us to this page.
9, 8,
and the phone starts counting
7,
down from 10.
6.
What this is doing is giving the user time
4,
to fasten
3,
the phone to the back of the
2,
hip.
1. Begin run.
And so the way that the user fastens the phone to the back of the hip is using these clips. And so this rubber band goes around the phone, and the clip just clips onto the back of your shorts, and that'll keep it in place. And then after that, the user starts running when the phone says begin run, and the gyroscope starts picking up the motion of the runner's hips. And then Up takes this data and calculates it and tells you if your hips are rotating too much, and in turn if your form is not good. And so the phone's going to be oriented like this on the back of the hip. And when the user starts running, his or her hips are going to be rotating a bit. And so it's going to be like this, right? This is less than 15 degrees, so that's good running form. But then once you start rotating more than 15 degrees like so,
Your hips are rotating too much.
the phone will tell you. And that works on any axis. So that works on the y-axis,
Your hips are rotating too much.
and the z-axis,
Your hips are rotating too much.
and the x-axis.
Your hips are rotating too much.
If you notice, it's not the first time that the hip rotates, so it's not like that. That's not going to give you an error. It's the 5th time, so
Your hips are rotating too
you can
much.
see. And that's because if you accidentally rotate once, that's not bad running form. But if you keep doing it over and over and over, then Up is going to pick that up and it's going to tell you, hey, just look out for this. So then at the end of your run, you go ahead
Your
and you
hips are
click
rotating too much.
finish run.
And it shows you a little graph, and this graph is velocity, altitude, and distance over time. And that yellow bar that's shown under form issue is a form issue. And so every time that it tells you your hips are rotating too much, it says that you have a form issue. Also, there's this little magnifying glass in the middle, and the bottom is a little notification that tells you how you can fix your form. It says in order to help with excess hip rotation, try to tighten your core and glutes. So you press the home button on the bottom right, and this brings you to the list of your past runs as I showed earlier. As you can see, this new run is on the bottom, 0.17 miles it says. You can go to one of the past runs to 0.48 miles. Let's click on that. So as you can see, there's a beautiful graph with altitude, distance, velocity, and a whole bunch of form issues. So it says it was 0.48 miles, and using this, the user can kind of see where their form is lacking. So if they're running up a hill and their form is lacking, and they can see that next time they're running up a hill, they can focus more on their hip rotation, for example. And again, this button in the middle gives you a notification that can coach you. The button on the bottom left renders a Google Maps image of your run. So if you zoom in, this is exactly where I ran earlier today. And you could rotate this, and this will show you the exact route. So I just ran through campus real quick, Carnegie Mellon. And so I press the back button, and it brings me back to this page again, and the home button, and it brings me back over here.
So that's it for Up. I hope you liked it.